Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Grant with Zaner Metals in Denver. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about buying precious metals through qualified plans, specifically self-directed IRAs. With me is my colleague Peter Thomas in Chicago. Pete, why don't you take a second to tell us a little bit about Zaner Metals and a little bit about yourself as well?
Oh, be my pleasure. Zaner, the most important thing I feel about Zaner is that it's a family owned and run organization. And the fact that it's been in the same place, handed down from father to son, and it has been trading for decades, really makes a difference. We're not going anywhere. We're well established, and we've been helping people with multiple facets of the metals market for a very, very long time.
Wonderful. How about a little bit about your storied
Ha,
history?
yeah, I'll show you some scars, huh? After being in the pit for on and off for most of my life, I was there when the hunts went with the silver to $50 from $4.80. That was quite a run, and I was a floor broker, filling broker in the back months for a long time, and I have kind of gravitated from the floor, which is closed, to upstairs into the level where I'm on the trading desk with a group that handles multiple hedging opportunities to mitigate risk for various firms.
Wonderful. And I've been in the precious metals industry for a long time as well. I actually
Yeah.
started at the Merck also, although I was not on the floor. I was flying a desk for my partner at the time, now your partner, Tom Garland at
Yeah.
Zaner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I then
I've been
transitioned.
together a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I then transitioned to the analytical side of things, doing FX and metals analysis for Standard
Right.
and Poor's, and a big chunk of my career was spent with S&P before moving exclusively into the physical side of the business
Right.
here in Denver. So we've both been doing this a long time.
Oh
I've
yeah.
been writing IRAs for 20 years, and
Oh
um,
yeah. I'd
so
say we probably got 50 years of writing IRAs between us.
yeah. So
Yeah.
tell me what you see as the big advantage of buying precious metals through an IRA.
Well, it gives you two things. Number one, it allows you over a period of time to really use the power of dollar cost averaging. The idea that it's that what you're putting in is not being chipped away by taxes initially. Everybody pays taxes. Death and taxes are inevitable. And I'm not going to tell you about the structure because we have experts to do that. But what it allows you to do is do a tax deferred purchase, and you can buy a little more metal each time, and you can do it over time until you get to 65 years and or older, and you have to start taking dispensations out of your account. So it really gives you the strength of long-term savings, and it gives you the strength of a more powerful dollar.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with regards to tax deferred, that is specifically a traditional IRA,
Yes, it is.
but you can also buy through a Roth IRA,
That's correct.
in which case you pay
Up front.
taxes up front and don't pay
Yeah.
on the back end. So
Yep.
there are a couple of different options, and
Sure are.
there are experts with our custodian that can answer all your questions with regards to which makes the most sense for your specific financial situation. And
Hmm.
I'll tell you, in all honesty, setting up a self-directed IRA through the Zaner Precious Metals website, it couldn't be easier. There are three simple steps. And the first step is to go to the Zaner Precious Metals website and click on the IRA link. From there, it opens up to our custodian partners website, and that's where you can actually open up your account. And it's the basic information that you might expect. And it'll take you maybe 10, 15 minutes to navigate through their application process. Once the account is open and approved, the second step in the process is funding the account. And you can do that by rollover transfer from an existing qualified plan,
Hmm.
or contribution, or some combination of the two. So
Okay.
once your account is open and then funded, the next step is to choose your precious metals. And there are a host of options both in the gold and the silver category, and platinum and palladium as
Yes,
well.
they are.
Most of our clients tend to focus on gold and silver,
Hmm.
and we can help you with that process. We're always available to answer questions in terms of allocation strategies between the various precious metals options. But there
Portfolio
are
creation, and also, Pete, aren't there some rather strict guidelines as to which coins or bars
right.
can be used?
Yep, and that's all noted on our website as
Okay,
well.
great.
So we make it very easy to find uh,
Perfect.
the proper products that are authorized to be in self-directed IRAs.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, and so it is really that simple. At the point where once you've made those purchases,
Hmm.
we'll send an invoice to the custodian with your authorization. The custodian will pay us for the precious metals
Right.
out of your IRA account, and then we deliver those physical precious metals to the vault where you have a segregated custodial account in your name.
Right.
We don't hold the precious metals; we deliver them to you, and they, as I said, are held in a segregated vault in your name.
Now, Pete, that's referred to as an arm's length account, whereby we have no access to it at all. What we're doing, in effect, is just imbuing the account with what the client has chosen, and it goes right into the account, and that's in their name. No, we have no passwords. We have no ability to touch that. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Having said that, we do make a two-way market in everything we sell. So when the
Yeah, that's
time
true.
comes for you to take a distribution
Hmm.
from your IRA, whether voluntary or mandatory, you
Hmm.
can always sell that metal back to us. And again, it's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
simple process. You would call us up in this case, and we would do a purchase order. You would direct your custodian to ship specific precious metals that we've already arranged for
Right.
back to us. And then we send funds back to the IRA. It
Right.
again is a very simple, straightforward process. So
And as
that
long as it's always stayed in that vault, we know exactly what it is. So there's no delay as to assays or remelting or anything else. We just buy it sight unseen because we know exactly what it is.
correct.
Yeah.
And that's the basics of the self-directed IRA for precious metals. Certainly, if you have any questions, you can always reach us through the Zaner Precious Metals website. Feel free to ask any questions. We're always here to help. Thanks,
Yep.
Pete, for your input. We really
Uh,
appreciate it.
always glad to help.